The footage, which is also confirmed by eyewitness accounts and reliable sources within the military as well, indeed shows that the military, including the civilian joint task force, this is a civilian militia, state-sponsored civilian militia group that continues to engage in war crimes and crimes against humanity in northeastern Nigeria in their fight against Boko Haram. One graphic video in particular, which we believe and we've confirmed that it has happened on 14th March 2014 this year, following the Boko Haram attack against Giwa barracks in the northeastern Nigeria, where the civilian joint task force and the military personnel executed more than 600 people. And this particular video shows one incident of this execution, which is quite gruesome. It shows a group of 16 young men and boys lined up and called one by one, and their throats slit open and executed in that manner. The video shows 5 of them executed in this way. Our eyewitness account confirms that the remaining nine of them in total were killed in this manner, their throats slit open, while the remaining were shot in the pit and finished that way.
What is the context to these executions?
Well, this happened on March 14 this year, when Boko Haram came to release their detainees, which were held for a long time, which we believe are detainees related, implicated to Boko Haram, which have been detained in Giwa barracks in Maiduguri, which is one of the biggest military camps that the Nigerian military operates in the northeast. They succeeded in releasing quite a lot of the detainees. The Nigerian military recaptured the barracks, and they recaptured quite a lot of detainees. And that day, we have confirmed that they have executed 600 recaptured detainees. And it's in that context that such a brutal, gruesome execution has been carried out by the Nigerian military and civilian joint task force.
How's the government responded to this?
Well, we've been communicating with the government quite repeatedly. We've learned that this morning the defense headquarters have released a press release, obviously disassociating themselves from this incident, but they've said that they've set up an investigation team to look into this matter, and we welcome that. But unfortunately, we're concerned that previous such commitments made publicly and in private to us through various correspondences have not resulted in any meaningful steps so far. No prosecutions have happened. The public doesn't know what actually happened on 14th March and whether any one of the perpetrators have been brought to justice.
I mean, is it possible that this is going to be brushed under the carpet because of the chaos, because of the violence caused by Boko Haram itself? I mean, is it possible that people will take the line that, well, these are members of Boko Haram, they have terrorized ordinary people in this country for so long, and they got what was coming to them?
We don't believe so, actually. I mean, we've talked to civilians in Borno State, not only Maiduguri, but towns closer to Chibok, where the girls were abducted, and etc. And what we're hearing from victims and families of victims is that they believe that they have no one to trust now. Boko Haram comes and raid the town and executes people whom they suspect are collaborating with the government security forces. This is the incident that happened, for instance, in Bama town, which is about 90 kilometers from Maiduguri, February this month. But on the other hand, they're also scared of the military that is engaged in such brutal mass-scale executions and mass arrests. One example which we have also publicly made public this today is what happened in Bama town in July last year, where the government military forces and the civilian militia groups came to the town in Bama, the same town that has been hit by Boko Haram this year as well, repeatedly, where they came into the market, and when they just randomly screened, what they call a screening operation, where they screened over 35 young boys, beat them with machetes and sticks in front of people there, loaded them to trucks, and 6 days later executed all of them, 35 of them. So you see that civilians are trapped in this cycle of violence by both Boko Haram and Nigerian security forces, and we're deeply concerned that this culture of impunity still continues unabated in Nigeria.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com